Good morning. This is Faith at Faith&books. It's a little after 6 a.m. on a rainy May morning. It's been such a chilly spring. Anyway, I'm going to do a 5 minutes or less update on my giving up sugar. I gave up sugar on Monday. I've done this before. It's part of my anti-inflammatory diet. It's not the whole thing. The anti-inflammatory diet really focuses on good nutrition and that sort of thing. But one aspect of it that I had fallen away from was the sugar thing. And so that was my big emphasis this week. And I did it. I mean, I slipped up, in a very minor way, about maybe 3 times. But if you were just first starting to give up sugar, they wouldn't even be slip-ups. So I'm just at like a higher standard because I've been doing this for a couple of years now. But and that's the way it is, giving up sugar. You're gonna relapse, you're gonna go back, and then you just have to restart. The first time I gave up sugar, I truly went through a withdrawal. Each time though, it's gotten lesser. But the first time I did it, I was so lethargic for the first couple of days. I had terrible cravings. I couldn't think of anything but food. And I was irritable, short-tempered, and moody. It made me really moody. So you have to steel yourself to the fact that it is gonna be hard to get through those first couple of days. So you just have to sort of prepare yourself. So mentally prepare yourself that you're gonna be tough. Like this is a goal, and you have to, whatever it is, whatever self-talk or preparation you do to get you through that sort of thing, just know that for me anyway, it only lasted a couple of days. And the way I got around it is I had some rules for myself. So I thought I would just share the rules that I had for myself that helped me. And this time it was really pretty painless. So the first thing is that I allow myself to eat as much fruit as I feel like. Because even though fruit has sugar in it, I don't give it up entirely. I just sort of de-emphasize it in lieu of eating more vegetables. But I still eat fruit. And the first couple of days, 2 or 3 days, giving up sugar, I let myself go whole hog. Just make sure you have a lot of fruit in the house, not dried fruit. I eat mostly apples and bananas and berries, like frozen berries. And I usually don't buy frozen berries because I like to eat seasonally, but in this situation I do. And I just let myself snack on that fruit or whatever kind of fruit you like. Now I happen, like apples, peaches, and berries are all low glycemic fruits. So they're actually low in sugar compared to other fruits, but I also really like bananas, and they're high. But it doesn't matter. I just let myself eat fruit. Because even though fruit does have sugar, it's got fiber and minerals and nutrition, which is going to slow your sugar level isn't going to go up quite as much as if you just ate, a big muffin or something like that. So I do that. I allow myself to eat as much fruit as I want. I stay hydrated, which I have a bad tendency to let myself get dehydrated, and it's a real problem with my body. And as I get older, it gets worse. So I just always be drinking water or something healthy, like herbal tea is really the other thing that I drink. And I once a day I let myself have one of those Spindrifts, which don't have any real sugar in them. They're just slightly fruit flavored. And I think they're the best, the healthiest out of those sparkling water, drinks that are slightly fruit flavored. So I let myself have one Spindrift. That's a nice pick-me-up. And then I'm following the core food plan for the Institute for Functional Medicine. And in there, when they're talking about sugar, they say in this diet you're supposed to be low in simple sugars. And so there are certain sugars that are allowed. You can have 1 to 3 teaspoons, not tablespoons, teaspoons of the following lower glycemic sweeteners daily. Barley malt, brown rice syrup, blackstrap molasses, maple syrup, raw honey, coconut sugar, agave, lohan, I don't even know what that is, fruit juice concentrate, and something called erythritol. But the two things that I, limit myself to are maple syrup and honey. So it's 1 to 3 teaspoons of that of these a day, and I like these two because I can buy them locally. This maple syrup is actually from New Hampshire, but I buy it from a farm locally, and it's expensive. So you're really more careful about the 1 to 3 teaspoons because it's like liquid gold. So you don't want to just use it up because it's come locally and it's more expensive than it would be if you were buying some sort of maple syrup that isn't really. It's like maple flavored syrup and it's really like corn syrup. So this is the real deal. So it actually has some nutritional value, and I'm supporting a local farmer. So it's good. And then because it's more pricey, it makes me be really careful with how I use it. And then this is honey, and this is also from that farm that's about an hour away from here, and once a month I buy food from it. And this is also local. So I do let myself have the syrup and honey, but very limited. I let myself eat a lot of fruit the first few days. I stay hydrated. Another thing that's, and you have to be clear. It's already 6 minutes. How can that be? Well, I'm just going to keep talking so I can finish up my list here. The other thing is to have some nice savory snacks. So what I've been doing is corn chips, like organic corn chips with sugar-free salsa. That's been my snack for this week. But I could also do popcorn, which I pop in coconut oil and then with a little bit of salt. It's delicious. So if I have those kind of snacks, I tend to not crave sweets. The other thing for me is to never let myself get really hungry. I don't want my blood sugar to plummet because then I get cravings and then I can't control myself. And so it's better for me to eat a lot of small meals rather than, skip breakfast and then not eat lunch until 1 or something like that. I mean, I'm far more likely to fall apart and give in to cravings. And I do restrict myself, and I'm looking forward to it because it's Friday. I do restrict myself to a glass of wine on Friday nights, or sometimes I'll have hard cider. And then on Sunday, I let myself have some kind of a dessert or like a sweet thing for breakfast. So that, and then Monday's always a little harder because sugar really is addictive. It really is. Now, was there anything else I wanted to say? Stay hydrated. Oh yeah, avoid sugary drinks. So I've been doing herbal teas. If they're kind of a fruity herbal tea, I won't even feel the need to put honey in. If it's not, if it's like green tea, then I'll put honey in. Let's see, what else? I think that's it. So stay hydrated, eat lots of fruit, don't let yourself get hungry, have some nice savory snacks to munch on, limit yourself to the better sugars. Was there anything else? I can't remember. Anyway, it's worked well. I'm doing, I did eat some salami that had some dextrose in it. The other thing is you have to absolutely avoid any processed foods, and I did have some processed food. So I did have some salami, and that one of the ingredients is dextrose. And how else did I took a sip of my husband's wine one night. So that was a little bit of a slip up. Oh, and I had some yogurt. You have to be really careful about anything processed. It was a fruit yogurt, and even though it was organic and everything, it still had a lot of sugar in it. So, and that was the day before I went shopping, and I was low on foods, and I was getting hungry, and so I just sort of resorted to that. So I wish I could clear my fridge and everything, but since I live with 6 other people, I don't have that. So I just have to be strong and not give in as much. But still, I feel like I'm doing pretty well. And so I'm not unhappy about it, and I get to have a glass of wine tonight, so I'm excited about that. So I hope you're all doing well, and I'm so sorry that I jabbered on for 10 minutes now. I hope you find this, somewhat interesting. And I'm probably going to finish Tarka the Otter, and I might do a review this weekend. So talk to you later. Bye.